All right, F sharp, G, G sharp. What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. Now I've got a couple of messages from you guys, and some of you have been asking, as a beginner, how do you perfect playing in all 12 keys? All right, so in today's video I'm going to show you an easy approach to play your favorite songs in all 12 keys, but this will be where to start from, and maybe in subsequent videos I'll take it up from there. All right, so if you're excited, let's get right into it. Right, so playing in all 12 keys, I'll say the first step, you need to know your major scale in all 12 keys. All right, so the whole idea is, basically, if you are starting as a beginner, you want to be able to play popular chord progressions in all 12 keys. For example, progressions like maybe 1, 5, 6, 4. All right, for example, 1, 2, 6, 4. All right, you want to be able to play this in all 12 keys. So if you take a simple song like What a Beautiful Name It Is, what a beautiful name it is. You want to take it to any key, right? All right, you want to take it to D, E flat. So that's 1, 5, 6, 4. E. All right, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, and the last key, B. All right, and back to C. Now this is very simple. I'm using a very easy approach, and stick with me in this video, and I'm going to explain everything. Right, so first of all, you need to know your major scale in all 12 keys. But really, no, this trick I'm going to show you, even if you don't know your major scale, you can be able to execute this in every single key. So while you're practicing your major scales, which is right, whilst you're practicing your major scales, you can do this at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to show you this trick. Now before you do this, at least if you want to play 1, 5, the common chord progressions in pop and worship music, you want to be able to play all your major chords, all your minor chords. So major chords, C, C sharp, like that. So these are your major chords, yeah? Back to C sharp, back to C, and the minor chords, yeah? Right, so at least if you know all the 12 major chords, all the 12 minor chords, you're good to go with this approach. Now if you don't know these, just go down in my list of videos. You should see one of my early lessons. You see a lesson on major scale, a lesson on an easy way I teach the major chord, and of course the minor chord comes on the back of that. All right, so if you know these two, now let's go on to this amazing trick. Okay, so this is a trick. Let's say that, for example, the 1-5-6-4 chord progression. So the moment you play your one chord, you're in the key of C now, okay? The moment you hit your one chord, you have the, check out what your index finger on the left is on, right? I know some of you play it like this. So even with that, you see where your thumb is. So that's your guide. So you play the major chord here, and that note is the 5, okay? So that means that if I want to move to a 5, I can just come down here and play a major chord on that. So that's G, so it's going to be a G major chord. And then I put the first and last here as well, right? So from 1 to the 5, all right? Now the moment I know my 5, 6 and 4 becomes very easy, because the 6 is a whole step to the right and the 4 is a whole step to the left. So by whole step I mean is 2 semitones. So if this is my 5, I need to count 2 semitones, and that's my 6. And this is my 5, right? 6, 5. Now to the 4, 2 semitones down, that's my 4. Okay? And one thing you need to note, the 1, 4, 5, these are major chords, but the 6 is a minor. So at least remember that. Just one thing to remember, and you're good to go on this this system. Okay, so 1, that's my 5, and that's 6. I move a whole step forward, and I don't play a major, I play a minor, right? So 1, 5, 6, and 4. Yeah. So with this, let's try the chord progression for What a Beautiful Name It Is, which is 1, 5, 6, 5, 4, where the 6, 5 is like 2 counts, right? So 1, 5, 6, 5, 4. Right? Six. All right, now C, very easy, right? But it doesn't really matter, because if I pick any random key, for example, if I pick the key of, say, G, okay, don't be too scared. All you have to know, use the same concepts and principles, right? The 1 is here, so that's your 5. I play a major chord, so that's D. I play a major chord. So before you start, make sure you find your 5 and then find your 6 and 4 before you start. So this is my 1 chord, this is my 5, 6 will be 2 steps here, and 4, that's 4. All right, so I can start playing the progression. Right. Right, I just added a few things there, but the concept is the same. Just start from the basic chords. All right, so with the same concepts, you can pretty much go through all the keys. Right, so let's go to C sharp. I know this is my 5, that's my 6, that's my 4. I just need to remember that the 6 is a minor chord, right? So 1, 5, 6 is a minor, back to the 5, and back to the 4. All right, try and get this chord progression 1, 5, 6, 4 in all 12 keys. And let's bring in the 2 chord here. So let's take another progression, 1, 5, 2, 4, or let's do the 1, 2, 6, 4. Okay, so the only thing is with the 2 chord, it's a whole step to the right of the 1. So if this is my 1, I know that's my 2, and it's a minor chord, okay? So we go 1, and the 2 is a minor chord, and we know we have 6, right? You get into the key, you look for your 1 chord, you know where your 2 is, and if you want to find your 6, you use your 5. So anytime you get into any key, look for your 1, 5, and use the 5 to find the 6 and the 4, and then you can use the 1 to find your 2, okay? Everything else leads from that, okay? So 1, 2, 6, 4. I'm not going to play this in every single key. Take that as your little assignment, and take that into every single key. It's very simple if you take it slow and take it 1 key at a time. And my hope is that every single one subscribed to this channel will end up playing all 12 keys fluidly. All right, so that's one of my goals, and I hope we do it together. Thank you for joining me in this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.